Okay, let's get right into it. We're talking about the single biggest decision facing every Canadian saver, TFSA versus RSSP. Think of it as the ultimate financial showdown. And getting this one right isn't just important, it's a total game changer. So let's break it all down.
And I'm not exaggerating here. This is not some minor detail you can just flip a coin on. Understanding how to use these two accounts and when to use them, well, it can literally change your entire financial future. The stakes are really high. But you know what? So is the opportunity.
All right, let's meet our two contenders. In the ring tonight, we have Canada's heavyweight champs of saving. In this corner, the challenger, the champion of flexibility and tax-free growth, the TFSA. And in the other corner, the reigning champ, famous for its powerful knockout tax deduction, the RRSP.
You know, when you strip away all the complexity, this whole debate really just boils down to one simple question. Just one. Do you want to pay the tax man now, or do you want to pay him later? That's it. That's the entire game. So here's the absolute heart of it. The RRSP is all about pay me later. You contribute with pre-tax dollars, which gives you that awesome tax break right now. But you're basically making a deal to pay tax on every single dollar when you pull it out in retirement. The TFSA completely flips the script. It's pay me now. You use money you've already paid tax on, so no break today. But the reward for that? Total and complete freedom. All your growth, all your withdrawals are 100% tax-free forever. Let's follow the money on the TFSA path. It's so clean and simple. You earn your income, you pay your taxes like you always do, and then you put the money that's left into the TFSA. From that moment on, that money is free. It grows tax-free, and when you take it out, it's tax-free. It gives you unbelievable flexibility. Now let's contrast that with the RRSP path. Here, you get to contribute with pre-tax money, which is what creates that immediate tax deduction. That money then grows, shielded from taxes, for decades, which is incredibly powerful. But, and this is the big but, at the end of the road, when you want to use that money, the tax man is waiting. You'll pay income tax on every dollar you withdraw. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the rules of the game for 2025. For the TFSA, it's super simple. $7,000 for every eligible Canadian. The RRSP is more personal. It's 18% of your income from last year up to a max of just over 32 grand. But here's a massive difference in flexibility you have to know. If you pull money out of your TFSA, you get that contribution room back the very next year. With an RRSP, nope. Once that room is used and the money is withdrawn, it's gone for good.
And this is where the magic of the TFSA really becomes clear. If you've been eligible to contribute since it started in 2009, but you've never put in a single dime, by the end of 2025, your total room could be $102,000. Just think about that. That is a massive runway for completely tax-free growth.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's get practical. Let's put this into action and see how it actually works in the real world. Because the right choice almost always depends on two simple things: where you are in your career and how much you're making. So if you're just starting out, maybe you're a student or in your first job making under, say, 50 grand a year, the TFSA is your MVP, hands down. Why? Because that big RRSP tax deduction isn't very powerful when you're in a low tax bracket to begin with. But now, let's fast forward. You're in your peak earning years, pulling in over 150K. Now we're talking. This is when the RRSP gets to flex its muscles, and that tax deduction becomes a knockout punch. Now, you want a really slick, pro-level strategy? It's the ultimate 1-2 punch. You make your big contribution to your RRSP, and then you take that fat tax refund check you get back from the government, and you immediately plow it straight into your TFSA. It's brilliant. It's like a financial 2-for-1 deal, letting you get the best of both worlds. What about saving for a home? The RRSP has the Home Buyer's Plan, which lets you borrow up to $60,000 from your own savings tax-free, but you have to pay it back over 15 years. It's basically a loan from your future self. The TFSA, on the other hand, offers pure, beautiful simplicity. You need the money for a down payment? You take it out. That's it. Totally tax-free with absolutely no strings attached. No repayment, no forms, no drama. Okay, we've talked a lot about offense, about how to score points and grow your money. Now we have to talk about defense. Because using these accounts effectively isn't just about what you do right. It's also about avoiding some really common and incredibly expensive mistakes. The number one trap is over-contributing to your TFSA. The penalty is a gut punch, 1% per month on the extra amount. It'll eat your money alive. The three classic ways people mess this up are 1, taking money out and then putting it back in the same year. 2, moving their TFSA between banks by withdrawing the cash themselves instead of doing a direct transfer. And 3, contributing while they're a non-resident of Canada. Any of those can trigger that nasty penalty.
Now for a trap that is truly devastating. For low-income seniors who get something called the Guaranteed Income Supplement, or GIS, any money they take from an RRSP is counted as income. This can trigger a clawback of their benefits so severe that their effective tax rate on that RRSP money can be 80%, or even higher. I'm serious.
This is the GIS clawback trap. It is a nightmare scenario, but the TFSA is the ultimate defense. It's your shield. Because withdrawals from a TFSA are officially defined as not being income. So you could pull out 50 grand and it would have zero impact on your eligibility for government benefits. It's like the money is completely invisible to the system. Okay, let's tackle a question for all you investors out there. You want to diversify, you want to buy some great US companies. So where should you hold those stocks to be as tax efficient as possible? TFSA or RRSP?
Well, the answer comes down to the Canada-US tax treaty. Here's the deal. The U.S. government recognizes our RRSP as a proper retirement account, so they don't charge any withholding tax on dividends paid into it. But they do not recognize the TFSA, so they automatically skim a 15% tax off any U.S. dividends paid into your TFSA, and you can't get it back. So for holding U.S. dividend stocks, the RRSP is the clear winner. It's not even close.
So, after all of that, who wins the showdown? Who's the undisputed champ? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. It's not about picking one winner for the rest of your life. The real victory, the smartest play, is learning how to use both of them together, as a team. And this brings us to the ultimate long-term play, the TFSA to RRSP migration strategy. You start by relentlessly maxing out your TFSA during your lower income years. Then, as your salary really starts to climb, you strategically withdraw that tax-free capital from your TFSA and contribute it to your RRSP. This move generates a massive tax deduction right when it's most valuable to you. It's a beautiful thing. Because at the end of the day, the most powerful strategy isn't about an either-or choice. It's not about picking one for life. It's about using them in tandem, letting each one play to its unique strengths, depending on your income, your goals, and where you are on your financial journey. So the question I'll leave you with isn't which account is better. The real question is this: based on your goals and your unique circumstances, what's the right mix for you to build the exact future that you want? Answering that question for yourself can feel like a lot. I get it. If you want some help creating a personalized strategy that actually fits your unique situation, the team at Muneris Financial Services are absolute pros at this. They can help you map it all out. You can see all their contact info right there on the screen.